Hello everyone, it's good to see you all again. So recently, a company known as Roosterteeth is announced to be shut down. The owner of this company, its parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, has decided to shutter its doors entirely. Now, I'm not going to talk about most of the things surrounding that. It isn't overly relevant to me. It's been a while since I've actually followed Rooster Teeth. But there is one particular show that I'd like to talk about. It's the one called RWBY. And I think it's a good time to take a look at the show. See what it's done well, see what it's done poorly, and how it has evolved throughout the years. Now, this isn't a guarantee that the show's ended. Warner Brothers is looking to sell it, but under a new owner, as a long suffering Star Wars fan, I'm certain everyone can understand why I want to do this snapshot now. And one of the main reasons for this is because I think RWBY as a show shows off a tendency by the company as a whole, which I think is useful for insight. That's not me saying I dislike the show by any means. I do, and I've recently rewatched it, and I came to the same opinion before. I really like the early seasons, but it kind of starts to fall off towards the end. And to address that, the point most people will draw the line at is the death of Monty, also known as RWBY's creator. This wasn't some dramatic death. He went into a routine surgery, had a bad reaction to the medicine, and passed away on the table. But he was also foundational to RWBY and had a clear talent for a type of storytelling that became less prevalent in the later seasons. In short, Monty could tell a story during a fight. And in RWBY, where there are so many fights, losing that particular skill set means that a significant portion of the show occurs without any real movement on the plotline. However, I don't necessarily think that's the best line to draw. Again, I've recently rewatched the show. I don't think there's a strong delineation on when was the downfall of RWBY. Rather, I think there was a slow degradation over time. And that does speak to the skills of the other creatives. Even without Monty, they were able to capture at least some of what he could do on their own. Not as well, not as often, but they were able to do it sometimes. So obviously, I can't get all of this into one video. So I'm not going to try, and today I'm going to leave you with this. No matter how much I nitpick the faults of the later volumes, I do think there is a good story there. I do genuinely enjoy the fight scenes, and it is only in comparison with their earlier versions that we can find such faults. I do not want to come across as hating on everyone who isn't Monty, or being some Monty stan. I want to nitpick the show because I think it can be improved, and I think others can learn from it. And as Monty would have said, we must keep moving forward.